They thought she was a helpless widow. She burned down their capital. This is the story of Olga of Kyiv, the 10th century Ukrainian ruler who turned pigeons into weapons of mass destruction. In 945, Olga's husband, Prince Igor of Kyiv, was murdered by the neighboring Drevlians. Since their son Sviatoslav was only 3 years old, she took over the reign of the Kyivan Rus until he would be old enough to rule himself. But the Drevlians thought they had a better idea, and oh, were they wrong. They sent a delegation to suggest that Olga should marry their Prince Mal, effectively handing him control of Kyivan Rus. Olga welcomed them warmly and had them buried alive the next morning, but that was just the beginning. Next, she requested a delegation of their finest nobles to escort her to her new husband. When they arrived, she sent them to a bathhouse to refresh themselves after the journey, then had it locked and set on fire, burning them alive. Still unaware of the fate of their envoys, the Drevlians agreed to meet Olga at Prince Igor's grave for a funeral feast and brought plenty of mead. Olga mourned as expected, but her soldiers only sipped their drinks. Once the Drevlians were thoroughly drunk, the soldiers attacked, reportedly killing 5,000. But Olga still wasn't done. She marched on the Drevlian capital, Iskorostan, and laid siege to it. After a year, she offered them a way out. If each household gifted her 3 pigeons and 3 sparrows, she would end the siege. Pleased with such lenient peace terms, the Drevlians complied. But Olga had other plans. Her soldiers tied small bundles of cloth filled with iron sulfide to the legs of each bird. After nightfall, they released them. And the birds flew home to their nests inside the city, under the thatched roofs of every house. And here's the sinister twist. Iron sulfide can spontaneously combust. Soon the entire city was on fire. As people fled, Olga's army captured them and turned the survivors into slaves. Despite her brutal revenge, Olga became known as a brilliant ruler who governed with intellect and vision. She introduced reforms that helped unify Kyivan Rus and laid the foundation for her son's later reign. The tale of her revenge may be a legend. We only have a single primary source. But one question still stands. Why isn't this a movie yet?